How's it going, Toasties, Paninis and other good breads? My name's King of Toasties and here we are with the Crown Victoria. And I absolutely adore this car. One reason, it's absolutely fast and it's also a good drift car. And in my opinion, it's one of my favourite cars to use in Forza Horizon 3. If you guys don't have the DLC, I'm pretty sure in the future I will make another drifting video. My previous drifting video has done absolutely amazing and it's got a lot of support, but I thought I would make a better one. I thought I'd make a more up-to-date video because the physics have changed in Forza, a lot of stuff has been fixed. For example, people, Jesus Christ, I didn't want you to talk. But anyway, they upgraded the physics of the game for people who use steering wheels. For example, the wheel would start turning by itself, for example. And I just thought I'd make a little video on the drift tune for the Crown Victoria, because this thing goes over 220 miles per hour, has over 1,000 horsepower, and it can drift. So that's what more can you ask for? You've got a fast car, and it drifts, and basically it's just a showboat car. So of course I'm going to show you how to make this thing. Basically what you're going to want to do is have a Crown Victoria to start off with. Of course you're going to need a Crown Victoria, and just basically slap in the best engine you've got. You got a V8 5.8 litre DSC, bleh. Then you want to go to keep it rear wheel drive. Don't go do what other kids do. I'm gonna put my engine in all wheel drive, snake, power slide. Then what you're gonna do is slap that twin turbo in there, and I'm basically gonna give you a walkthrough. You just, of course, you want to make it look like a police car, so you're gonna put all the police stuff on it. You're gonna put on the race tyre compound. Then you're going to make the front wheels, you're going to make them as thick as you can. The rear wheels as thick as you can. I keep the rims stock, it doesn't matter what you do with rims. But here we go, you fully upgrade the race clutch, you want to fully upgrade the race transmission, drivetrain fully upgrade. I think you just basically max it out. The race differential's full. And here we are with the brakes. There we go, yeah, again it's race. You want to have the race springs because then you can like do the camber and stuff like that. Anti-roll bars you got full, and here we are. You want a sports chassis. You don't want the full roll cage. It apparently makes the stats better, but it adds 36 kg. I don't want to be doing that, so I've got the sports chassis on. That's what I've been using all this time. I've got the race weight reduction, and I think it's certain areas of the engine I've upgraded. So the intake, fuel system, race induction, ignitions, exhausts. I think I've actually maxed it out. But yet again, it's rear wheel drive. As you can see, it's 879 S1. So it's going to be good for an S1 race. I wouldn't, in my opinion, use it for racing because I don't know how it performs in a race. I haven't really put it into an online race. But there we go, you just fully max it out. And don't put the roll cage in, put the second to last roll cage in. And another thing is, what I absolutely love about this is, you're worrying about tunes and stuff. You don't have to worry about tune. Mine's literally just stock. It comes stock with camber for the front wheel, that's about it. Literally all it is. I think I messed with the springs a little, no I didn't. That's a lie. So everything's stock, so we're going to try and take it out for a drift at the car park in Surfers Paradise. Mostly because this thing is amazing. As you can see, I think I might as well do a tutorial on how to drift as well. Because I watched some kids, they thought they could drift and they had all these assists on, and I was just shaking my head. Well this is what I use for racing. I have my assisted braking system off, my steering's on normal, traction controls off, stability controls off. Shifting you want in manual, that is key. You want to be keeping in those certain gears for drifting. You don't want to be keeping it in automatic because it can't drift in automatic, man. Driving lines off for me. Damaged tyre wear, I've got it off, I don't like it. Rewind, I don't know why I had that on. I think I got really mad at racing, but I don't use that. So let's turn that off. And other than that, I think that's literally it. So to change gears, you want to be using X and B, of course. X is to gear down, there we go. B is to gear up, of course, and here we are. We're just going to go down to the parking lot, which is the next one. Oh my gosh. And basically just do a little drift tutorial in the car park. I've overshot it. As you can see, second gear already, and it's wanting to drift into the car park, so let's just let it do its own thing. You want to be counter steering as well as, for example, there you go, we've got none of your assists on, just a smooth third gear drift. And I do sometimes switch to fourth gear if I need it, but then most of the times I don't need to. It's mostly a second gear, third gear and fourth gear drift tune. There's no need to use the fourth and fifth gear or sixth gear. Why would you be in the first gear? But other than that, yeah, this is pretty smooth at drifting, and it's just a little showboat, especially when you've got the police horn on. And I think I might be doing some trolls in online public lobbies in the future videos, where I'll just be in this little police car, just driving around, pulling people over, telling them to pull over. Jesus Christ. And now we're going to head up to the highway and show you what this thing can absolutely do. Because other than this tune is absolutely insane with speed. To say that it's a stock tune, all I've done is upgrade it and not tune it at all. I'm pretty sure you mechanics out there and stuff like that know how to properly tune a vehicle. And other than that, I'm going to be showing you how fast this thing can go without looking at my screen. Wow. But yeah, another thing I found with this is you want to be in the gears before they actually hit them, because that will lead into a drift. So you want to be like changing up gears before you actually hit them in this tune. I don't know whether that's a bad thing or not, because it actually, when you're in manual, you want to be in a higher gear than you have to be anyway, because it just gives you that little bit of extra control. It doesn't really work that way in real life, but that's just for steady driving, of course. Skyline! You bloody beat. That's a tree. And now we're going to basically trying to get this over 220 miles an hour. And I know this is a S1 police cruiser. 220 miles an hour in this thing in real life, when you'd think about it, you'd just be shaking your head like, no way, that's not possible. There we go, we're in fourth gear and it's already wanting to go up. Hitting 150 in fourth gear. So let's see how fast we can actually bring this to. So we're hitting 190 in fifth gear, switching to the final gear. We've got this huge straightaway. We're already doing 200 miles an hour. 212. I dodged a car and nearly messed up. Come on, we need to get over 220, 215, 216. We're hitting those ultimate speeds. 217. Ah. Other than that, it's totally possible, but Jesus Christ, it's so hard. I mean, it does average about 215 mile an hour. I can go to tune and basically see what it's predicted for its speed, see if it's still accurate or not. And the top speed is calculated at 233 miles an hour. I don't know if that's like downhill. I don't know what the analytics would be for this system. I don't understand how it works, how it reads it. The braking distance from 60 to 0 is 40 meters. That is quite a substantial amount. As you can see, the gearing on the chart on the bottom right is also off the grid. You can see the 6 gears just peeking out off the chart there, above 250 mile an hour. But trying to line that all up is just the kind of, I know I used to do it all the time. I used to lower, like, I used to bring it up to acceleration so it would lower the miles per hour, then extend the gears as long as I could to make it the fastest it can go. But other than that, guys, that is the Drift Tune 220 miles per hour Crown Victoria. It's one of my favourite cars. It's just a simple drift tune as well as a simple speed tune. You're going to be using no assists, you want to be using manual, and other than that, it's an absolute beast of a car. Thank you for watching. My name's Kingy Toasties. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and goodbye. Cue the outro.